Hello and welcome to the last daf of Maseches Moed Cattan daf Chavtes number 29. I want to share with everyone a nice thought, which is a part with from Maseches Moed Cattan. I started at the beginning of Moed Cattan having a little fun, bringing in different animals and eventually different types of balls that you would play with. You go play basketball, soccer, things to do, or go to the zoo on Chol Hamoed to show the Moed Cattan talks about Chol Hamoed. The first day I talks about Chol Moed at least, and those are things that I give you ideas for what you do on Chol Moed. You go to the zoo, you go to the park, you have fun. But I recently thought of a new chiddush. I think this is emes. This is emes la'amito. Moed katan. What should you be doing? I was making fun of jokes. What people go to the zoo, they go to the park. I was making a joke, really, like that's not really fun to go to the zoo. I have a video about that going to the zoo. It's not so much fun on Chol Moed. What do you do on Chol Moed? And I have an answer for you. It's the answer of the name of the Masechta, Moed Cattan, Cattan. The time, Moed is the time, Cattan. If you ever heard of the game, there's a game called Settlers of Cattan. It's a fun game. I think I played it once in my life, but I would like to play it more. But that's what it's talking about. Chol Moed is a time to play Settlers of Catan, to play board games, and specifically Settlers of Catan, and that's Moed Cattan. If you look in the Hebrew where it's sold in stores here, I think it's spelled Kuf Tet Aleph Nun, but it easily could be spelled Kuf Tet Nun. Moed Cattan, the time to play Settlers of Catan. There you have it. So I told you what you shouldn't be doing. I'm making a joke in the beginning of Chol Moed. What you shouldn't be doing. What you should be doing is playing Settlers of Catan and other board games on Chol Moed. In fact, I actually have a video of me playing Risk, another board game, another popular board game on Chol Moed. Check it out, the video. Some guy saw the video, this video I put out, I made on Chol Moed Sukkot this past year, of me explaining the board of Risk, which is basically a board of the whole world. And I was making jokes at the first 6 minutes of the video. I was making jokes like I had no idea where things were in the world and what capitals were of which countries were which and where the different oceans were, and I had no idea what I was saying about. And then if you keep on watching until around minute number 6.5 or something like that, then I transfer over. You ever saw the show? I forgot what the name. Family Matters. It was this guy Steve Urkel. There was Steve, Stefan, Steve and Stefan. Steve was the nerd, and Stefan was the cool guy. He changed to Stefan. That's what happened in the middle. I faked it that I had no idea anything about the world. Then all of a sudden, the last 6 minutes of the video is about a 12-minute video. The last 6 minutes, I blew everyone's mind with my knowledge of different provinces and capitals and lakes and volcanoes and mountains and waterfalls. I showed you that I really knew so much more about the world than most people, and it was funny that I did that. And some guy actually wrote in a comment at the beginning because I appeared like I had no idea what I was talking about. He's like, you're such a drunkard. You look like you're such a drunkard in that video or something like that. Well, you must have been really drunk when you did that video. But the problem is they only watched till the first half of the video and they shut it off. You have to watch the entire thing. That's why I say if you watch my videos, you watch the entire thing because there's always something interesting that I will say, and you never know when I'm going to say it. So we're going to leave Seconds by Cattan with that thought, and tune in from Seconds Chagiga Mitzvah tomorrow. And don't ever shut it off in the middle. Be sure if you're enjoying it, which probably you are, unless you're telling yourself, someone's telling you you're not fitting into a niche. You're not fitting. This guy is a little weird. He doesn't fit into a niche. Doesn't fit into any box. I have to shut this guy off, or I can't like him, or I can't subscribe to him. No, I'm telling you, it's okay. It's okay. You can like it. You can listen to your inner voice inside, the one that really is telling you the truth. You can like my videos. You can subscribe to my channel. You can comment below and tell me how much you like it. On a scale of 1 to 10, you like it 10, or you like it 100, or like 1,000. Those are the only options, really. All right, let's finish it off. Sechus by Cattan, excited. It was a crazy Masechta. Listen, I had a childless Masechta. I got sick last night. I mean, a lot of things happened during Masechta by Cattan. Who knows what will be there? Masechta Giga. Hopefully it'll be good stuff only for me and for all of Klal Yisrael, but only for people that watch my video. Then you'll have the good bracha and the parnas and the shefa. Only if you watch my videos, every video. All right. We're starting here towards the bottom of Chav Chet Amud Beis. Amar Rabbi Yochanan, about 6 lines up. Amar Yochanan, Eman Nachman Rishon, Lomer Davrad, Shiftach Avel. The people that console the mourner are not supposed to say something until the first person to speak. You don't go in and speak to the Avel. He speaks to you first. Shiftach Avel, he opens his mouth first. Shnemar Achari came Pasach Iyov as Piyu. It says by Iyov, when he was a mourner, then he opened his mouth to speak. And then Eliphaz spoke to him. Amar Rabbi Abahu. How do you know in the room the Avel sitting at the head, everyone sits around him? Shnemar Evchar Darcha Meshev Rosh Eshkam Komelach Begdud Kasher Avelim Yinachem. It says, I'll pick my place, I'll sit at the head. Eob is saying this. Kasher Avelim Yinachem. When mourners comfort me. Yinachem Achrini Mashma. Yinachem sounds like Kasher Avelim Yinachem. The subject is talking about the mourners themselves. That the mourner is supposed to sit at the head. Amar Rav Nachman Yitzchak Yinachem Ksiv. It says, actually, let's get this exactly precise over here. Yinachem. Yinachem as the one who consoles mourners. Yinachem sounds like it's plural going on, the people that are comforting the mourner, but Yinachem could also be read Yinachum, I guess. The difference is between a patach and a kamatz. Now when you say you read as a patach, Yinachem means he will be comforted. Yinachem is the subject is the Avel, he will be comforted, not the people that comfort him will sit at the rosh. So you see the mourner himself sits at the head. Amar Rav Nachman, Bar Yisach, Marzutra Amar Mahacha. This is we know it from here. V'sar Mirzach Sruchim. Excessive mourning will approach, which you could also read. Nasa Mirzach Nasa Sar L'Sruchim. The mourner, his Mirzach, will become the Sar, will become the ruler over the Sruchim, the people that are comforting him. Amar Rabbi Chanina Menayin LeChasan Shemei Rosh. How do you know also a Chasan? During Sheva Brachos, who sits at the head? Who sits at the dais? The Chasan. Shenemar Kechasan Yichayin Per Ma Kohen Barosh Af Chasan Barosh. When it talks about a Chasan, it compares him to a Kohen. They'll be dressed splendorously like a Kohen. Just like a Kohen, we know, sits at the head. Af Chasan Barosh, so a Chasan also sits at the head. The Kohen Gufei Minolin, how do you know a Kohen himself sits at the head? The Talmud Rishmal, the Kidashto. It says in the pasuk that you're still supposed to make a Kohen, treat him with kedusha, the whole davar of kedusha. Anything where there is kedusha, where there is an opportunity to exalt someone, liftoach rishon. When you have drushes, he's the one who speaks first. Levarich rishon, to make the bracha first. Vayzimun litol manal yach rishon. When you bring a portion of food to the table, a platter of food to the table, who do you give first? The kohen. Amar b'chinin akashi yisiyas neshama min aguf. On top of Cattan and Aleph, kitzipori v'pnei pi avesha. He says, death, the pain of death, is like dragging knotted ropes through a small hole. It's like dragging cables through a small hole. It's very painful for the cable or for the knotted rope to get through the small hole. That's what death is like. Someone who leaves the mace, meaning after the funeral is over and you take leave of the people that you buried, that are with you for the burial, you don't say to the person, go to shalom, that you should have more shalom, not like the person who died. Haniftar min achai, when you're with living people, it has nothing to do with burying someone. You don't say bishalom is that you should be immersed in shalom, it's a protection. Lishalom is you tell someone to have success. Haniftar min amis lishalom, you shouldn't say go to shalom, you don't jump from death to success. Lech bishalom, you say lech bishalom, go in peace, that you should have security. After the burial, it says you should, by Avram, it says you should go bishalom, with security. And if they're menachai, someone who takes leave of a living person, then lech bishalom, lech lishalom. You should say go have success. Right, David Shamar Avshalom. We have to have shalom, lech bishalom. He said go bishalom. You should go with security. It's like you're inferring that, it's like you're implying that there's going to be a problem. Halach v'nitla. It ended up Avshalom got hung on the tree. Yisro Shamar LaMoshe. Yisro said to Moshe, lech lishalom halach v'etzliach. Afterwards, Moshe went and he was matzliach. Amar Rabbi Levi, kol yotzim beis hakneses, beis hamedrash, beis hamedrash, beis hakneses. If you go from shul to learn, or from learning to shul, zocha mekal panei hashchina, It's like you're greeting the face of the Shekhinah. Shnemar Yelchum Michayel Chayel Yireh Elokim B'Tzion. You go from Chayel is a war to another war. You go from the war of the Beis Medrash to the war of Shul. You're going to see Elokim B'Tzion. You'll see Hashem B'Tzion. Amar Rav Chia Bar Hashem Arav. Tamid Chachamim Yelhem Menucha Afil Olam Haba. Tamid Chachamim never have peace, even in Olam Haba. It sounds kind of scary. Tamid Chachamim are the prize of the Jewish people, and you think that when you go to Olam Haba, you have rest, you have to worry about everything, you don't have a lot of toil and work. It says Tamid Chachamim in Olam Haba, they have no menucha. Shnemar Yelchum Michayel Chayel Yireh Elokim B'Tzion. They go from Chayel, a war in Olam Hazeh, they're always fighting in the wars of Torah. They'll go to another toil in Olam Haba. They'll see Elokim B'Tzion. They'll see God in Zion. It's kind of scary, this Gemara. There are explanations that the article says. Check it out, what the article says. But the Pashup Shah, the Gemara needs a lot of understanding. It sounds like Tamid Chachamim, maybe not the best thing. Don't get treated the best after that. How could it be? I don't know. But that's the Pashup Shah. But you can see the article, they have explanations. As I always say, it's up to you to decide. I put all the facts in front of you. I don't give an opinion. I don't tell you my opinion. I mean, I intimate my opinion, but I make it fair. I put both sides fairly. It's for you to decide which way you want to understand it. And with that, we'll see you tomorrow. Be well. Bye.